Yo, it's your girl, Ashley.
Hey there, God. My name is Ashley Banks. My family and friends want to give you some thanks. So before this dinner's all swallowed and chewed, thank you, God, for this stupid food.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Fresh Prince.
Okay, it's your girl, Ashley. Ashley here with Melanie, Felicia.
Not Felicia.
Cody.
Meow, meow.
All right. Remix. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ashley.
What's up? It's Felicia. And it's Cody. Hey.
Hey, it's Melanie. I was just drinking water. Late to the party.
Let's tell y'all about this show that me and Chia are watching called The Parent Test.
So good.
Have you started watching it, Felicia?
Oh, yep. I'm caught up.
Janetta and Hashim are on that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All the families are on it. It's like 10, 15 couples or something like that.
8 to 10.
You better get the number. Thanks, friend. So it's a lot of people. And what they do is they take like 4 at a time and they show them doing different scenarios and everyone else like gives their say about it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they vote like one parenting style off that they feel like is not effective, but everyone still stays on the show and contributes to conversation. They have like 2 single parents on there. They have like a gay male couple. They have an interracial couple, a black couple, that type of thing. So they're trying to have a good representation of everyone on there. Actually, the black male guy he's gay as well. He just like threw that out randomly.
But wait, it's a single father?
He's a black single father who's a gay male, and then there's a white couple who are 2 gay males.
They eliminated somebody last week.
Yeah, but they still stay on the show. They're just they're not in the running to get whatever. I don't know what the prize is at the end, like money or something. I really don't know what it is. They're just trying to show like what is a great effective parenting style.
It's so tough because there was a lot of that was the negotiation parents.
Girl,
they were when he kept putting up that knife. I said, "Little boy,
baby,
snatch your little ass up."
A little boy with a knife.
He just kept. They negotiate with him too much to where he just has no boundaries at all.
That's their style of parenting.
Tell me what that looks like.
So they give them scenarios. They're cooking dinner.
Yeah,
and so the boy, he's young. First of all, he's 6 years old, so he's doing stuff that a 6-year-old would do. Yeah. Just to be clear, so he got the knife. He kept going, "I'm Chucky with the knife,"
but just like cutting and chopping, like just enough.
And so instead of them taking the knife from him and being like, "This isn't safe," they're like. Their negotiating style means they don't tell their child what to do. They give him options. Or negotiate with him. Like, instead of chopping it like that, why won't you should do it like this, son? Or what do you think about this? Well, that's not safe. So maybe we can, and all the other parents felt like they were just telling him what to do because you're not really negotiating. And then B, he's not understanding boundaries because everything is not a negotiation. So there should be some clear cut, like this is and isn't going to happen. This is and isn't safe.
Yeah.
So they actually their style got voted off that week because everybody was like, that's not going to work.
But when they watch it back, are they like, ooh, I can see how this is not.
Some parents be standing 10 toes down. Like,
they'll explain themselves. Like, who explains herself a lot because the single black father. Okay, so he's black and he is a male and he's a single parent and he voices that often in the show.
Yeah.
And he has a young black boy and
what is his parenting style is strict.
High achievement
parenting.
Achievement parent. And so he's very like to the point. The high achievement parent does come off as strict.
Yeah, but he related to the strict parents.
Yeah.
But his son also speaks 5 languages.
They have a strict. Wait, do they have a strict parent?
Yeah, remember he said they're very similar. The Asian parents were strict parents. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. No. Yeah. Sorry. Them child. That I was like that.
But their kid can speak multiple languages too. Just to be clear.
The high achievement father, as a black man, stands his ground every single time. And I love the way that he explains himself.
Yeah.
Because a parent would be like, oh, I think it's too much. They're not able to be a kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, look, at the end of the day, I am raising a black man in America. And there's just certain things how we grow up differently.
Yeah.
But I love it because he vocalizes it and he articulates it in such a good way.
Yeah.
To where like anybody who's watching the show, you will understand the perspective of a black father, a black man in America. I'm like, I look, there's some things I would have did the same thing.
Well, so I feel like I'm learning a lot from it moment because I can see myself in a lot of the different parents, like the helicopter parents, obviously, for sure. The strict, I am a little strict. Like the mom who's like she's like, I'm a tiger mom. I'm like, I definitely was a lot like that when Amir was little. You know, I was really hung up. She's so smart. So I was hung up on her being super smart and she's advanced and she still is. But then like, she is just very artsy and that just doesn't matter to her. You know what I mean? She is in a program now when she goes to high school. She's going to get her bachelor's while she's in high school because she has consistently since she was 5 years old, I'm not going to college. So I'm like, well, you won't go while you're in high school when I have control over you. You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm learning so much about myself because when you see something play out, it looks so different than when you're doing it.
Girl.
And I'm like, oh, like sometimes being super strict or these things like that is not, it looks mean.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know like your intention as a parent, like when you're talking about your mom, sometimes it's like, I think if we could see ourselves parent and play it back, we would handle things differently.
So do you agree though that like parenting is one style?
I
Because
don't
that's
think
what
so.
stands out to me.
Yeah, I don't think so. I feel like I'm a little bit of each one. That's why the elimination part like
bothers me.
Me. And to tell these people, like obviously we don't agree with how the little boy, like they're negotiating, but I'm like, it might work for them and their expectation of what parenthood looks like to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, it ain't gonna work for me. I'm not negotiating a damn thing with you right now, little boy. Put that damn knife down, boy. Shit. I was getting so irked.
Me too. She and I were like, the hell's happening?
I'm like, get the knife
It was him
down.
saying he was Chucky like 5 times, or I was like, your child has some repressed anger. I'm gonna need you to check.
But
that
also,
shit.
he shouldn't even know who Chucky is.
Girl,
Like, nobody's 6
They
years
probably were
old.
like, do you want to watch Chucky or do you want to watch Dino Dan?
No, the answer is no. I don't know. I've never seen this show.
You gotta see it. I think you would like it.
I'm
should
gonna
too,
watch
Cody.
it because I definitely think that even now having 2 children, I know I'm gonna have to parent these children differently.
Yeah,
so
that
I'm
part.
like, I might be multiple styles in one house with different kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I find also right now, like what you were saying, like if you could see yourself parent, it would be different. Like Cameron said something to me the other day, which is making me be more conscious now when I'm at home. He's like, Mommy, are you mad? And I'm like, no. He's like, well, you look mad.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh. You know, and I'm not even recognizing the energy that I might be carrying that he's witnessing and that how he's processing that. Like Cameron's a very sensitive child. So he might be thinking like, she's mad at me, you know? So I'm like, oh, I have to be mindful about these things too. Like like you said, watching yourself would be different. Cause I definitely know based off of what you guys have described, I can definitely be helicopter. I think with Cameron, I definitely was more helicopter. And I'm sure certain members of my family would describe me as helicopter. And then like definitely strict. I'm definitely a strict parent. I don't know what the other styles are.
They have
I
like
don't
a free.
Yeah, there's like
they just
free
let them
range.
hang on.
When you say
chandeliers.
wait,
No, I'm not
wait.
free. I have a girlfriend who definitely raises her children free.
Yeah,
and
you do.
She will stand by this quote. She has said, if it brings her joy, it is her toy.
She's a free.
Oh,
she's
wow.
She's a free parent.
Yeah.
But
free
wait,
parent.
when you say strict, like what does that even look like at 6 and 1?
And I mean, there's definite boundaries set in, like
Yep.
right
That's
away.
really what it is.
Like
boundaries.
right
Like,
away.
what's
Like
an example?
when it's strict, like
Such a strong word.
So when I
Strict
say
is strong.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm just curious because that could mean different things to different people.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I mean, let me think of a good example that might like get people to understand.
Like clean up your room.
No,
Okay,
She's like,
let
fuck
me
that
ask you
room.
this.
No.
Okay, so for example, I feel like I'm strict in some ways, but maybe I don't even know if the word strict should be applied, but I just don't boundaries, right? Or like
Yeah.
do you want to do what I said? So I feel
Yeah.
like I'm not going to negotiate or go back and forth with my kids about certain shit. Like you're going to take a shower, you're going to bed at 7:30, you going to eat your vegetables. Like that shit's just going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not debating nothing with you about that. And
So what
that's-
happens when they just don't do it?
They're going to do it. Because
But
I've been
I
like
guess
that
that's
since
why I
day
asked
one.
you. That's why I asked you.
I've
have
been
to
like
take-
that since day one.
Yeah, I
It's
have to
more
take
like
things away.
so I try to understand
Straight we
that
go.
everybody likes
Yeah.
different things.
You're gonna do it, or I'm going, or there's consequences.
Yeah,
Yes,
or I'm
there's
taking your iPad.
consequences.
Period.
Or
Yeah.
you're not eat. Like for me, it's like I understand if you don't like things because I don't like certain foods. So I try to be respectful of that and make things that I know everyone genuinely likes. And sometimes it's like I don't like Brussels sprouts. Okay, well we're eating Brussels sprouts for dinner. So if I know that I'm giving them something that they don't particularly like, I try to make something else that they like with it, and they're gonna get the thing they don't like first. I don't even put the other shit on their plate. And I'm like, you have to eat that before you can have this cornbread.
Yeah.
You love cornbread, you gotta eat your vegetables
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, well, I'm not hungry, then don't eat. You don't have to eat.
Yeah.
Can I have a snack? No, you gotta eat your food.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah,
I'm
they try.
starving. Eat your dinner. Go to bed hungry.
Yeah, okay,
like, because I feel like there's just some things like I'm not about to make 15 different dinners. And you got to go to bed. Like that's a non-negotiable. It's a non-starter
think of that
with
as
me.
strict. I think of that as like setting firm boundaries, and also like in a lot of ways, and maybe this is subjective.
Yeah,
like doing what's best for them.
Right.
Like no, you can't have candy. You must eat Brussels sprouts. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so that doesn't mean it's not like in the definition of parenting styles. That's why I asked though, because I was like, I don't think of that as strict, but I do think of it as like setting firm boundaries. But I also see the alternative.
Yeah. I guess I say strict. I go to strict first because I feel like that's how I would describe my parents.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I feel like I'm like, oh, well, I naturally must be strict because I was raised by strict parents.
Maybe it's a different word.
I just think my parenting might be all of the above.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
think I need to watch this show because I feel like I could find myself in all of them. Like, I think my son is naturally a negotiator. So it makes me negotiate with him, but not because I feel like I'm trying to win to get to a place of winning. I'm just trying to get to a place of communication with him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want him to feel stifled by trying to ask for what he wants. Like,
that's valid.
These days,
Yeah.
Cameron's new thing is he will, like, if he gets told, okay, iPad off or movie off, or that's enough of playing with that, it's time to get ready for bed. If he's in the thick of doing what he wants to do and he feels like that has been interrupted, he is pissed. Like, and it is
Like, what does he do?
Not
Like,
Cameron.
Oh, I know. Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is my salt of the earth son. He's got this. And so because of that, I give him the room to express it.
Yeah.
I feel like I did
Yeah.
not feel like if you cut your eyes at your mom, you got slapped quick.
Oh,
Like this is how
That's
I was
strict.
raised.
Yeah,
That's how I was raised.
Okay, so
In
none
my
of us
mind,
are
when she
straight.
said it, I was like, wait,
That's how I was
Okay,
raised.
none of
Like
us are
my mom,
straight.
I mean, if I
Yeah.
ever expressed any amount of dissatisfaction with what my mom was saying, it was you got slapped quick.
Yeah.
Like that's being disrespectful.
Yep.
Don't cut your eyes at me. Don't huff. Don't puff. Don't sigh. Don't do nothing. So, you know, so I see that sometimes he expresses that and I get triggered by that. And I'm like, I want to raise him and be like, who you sighing at? Like, oh, you got a big problem with me? What's your big problem? What you big mad about? But then I have to pause and I literally turn around and I'm like, hey, I know this is not what you want to do, but it's what you have to do. I have let you do what you want to do for the last 45 minutes.
Why do they be forgetting that?
Right?
I do not know.
So,
Jesus Christ.
because they don't have no job, they don't pay no bills, they don't have no concept of time.
I just told you, yes,
No
the 50
concept.
other things.
No
This
concept.
one no is like, now I'm the devil.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
And so I said to him, and I was just, and so I said to him, you know, like that. So he's also been doing like, he's been trying to test, like if he like walks and he like get a little stormed off and I'll be like, hey, and he turns around, yes. Like, because I know when he's walking away, he's cussing me out on
Yes.
his breath.
Ah.
But when he turns around, he knows to turn and be like,
They
yes,
like
mommy.
snap out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
snap out of
yeah.
it, right? Because I literally say to him, I'm like, bro, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
It's okay. Because I understand, like I try to really be like, I understand you're upset. I wouldn't want my fun cut short either.
No.
But it's been a long time. And my constant thing with him is there's certain things you have to do and certain things you want to do.
Yeah.
When you get done doing the things you have to do and need to do, you can do whatever you want.
Yep. Life lesson.
You know?
Do you give
So-
him a warning before you take it?
No.
Oh,
I
you
just
don't?
Not like 5
Yeah,
more
so
minutes
I-
of
oh,
this.
like,
I might
Oh,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like
Okay.
5 minutes or whatever. But
If
You
I
put on
give
that
the warning,
timer.
then I don't get the attitude. Zen will give attitude
Yeah.
regardless. But
Right. I'm like, these twins.
child, like Zen's getting better at it, but I have to keep reminding him,
Yeah.
like, don't forget, mommy said
2 more
this,
minutes.
child.
Right.
and
Give
if-
him a timer. We do
Yeah.
the Google. We got the I be like, hey Google, just put on a 10-minute timer. I be like, hey
no,
y'all.
you can do it from your phone now.
Yeah, oh,
if it connects to their iPad,
Oh.
Yeah.
yes.
You can do
Yes.
it on the iPad too. You can put a timer on iPad and it.
That's deep.
But
It's real deep.
Asia is like Zen. It don't matter how many motherfucking
No.
work. I'm telling you, she gonna fall out on the ground, the whole ground. Like that shit be running me dry.
No,
'Cause
please
it's
tell 'em.
irritating as hell. And I have 4 kids, so like really for I'm trying to have consciousness for each child, but I
It's
be
hard.
like, I don't fucking have the energy for all of y'all to act like this.
No.
Thankfully, AZ and Asia don't do it together. They really be on
They
some.
haven't figured out
is she
gangbusters yet?
tripping?
They take
Yeah.
turns.
It ain't my turn to trip today.
Literally,
They try to beat each other
Aristotle
to
and
the
Langston
tripping.
are exactly the same.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
like they take turns.
Yeah. I
In the
at least
same day.
appreciate
Okay,
that.
in the same hour.
Yeah,
But if
but
one of
not at
them's
the
doing
same
it for
time.
30 minutes,
She
the
said
other
they
one's
take
like, I'll wait.
turns.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
No, but something.
Except for when they in their room on them cameras.
Yeah, well, no
They
more.
te-
Actually, I was thinking
they're
about how long it's
gangbusters.
been since then. First off, they don't stay in their room. What? But
What's a room?
like something you said triggered me because same with Brooks, right? If he's in trouble, First off, if you say go to his room, he's going to go to his room. And that's always been the case.
Yeah.
We used to have a blue chair, which was like we didn't say time out, but like go to the blue chair. Like that was like not upstairs, it was downstairs. Just go to the blue chair. He'll go. Tell them twins to go anywhere. They're not going.
No.
But if he's storming off, right, and he's mad and I'm like, Brooks, or I'm like, hey, he's going to turn around just like Cameron and be like, them twins, they going to turn around and be like, what?
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's
or I tell
AZ.
If I ask then like, who are you talking to? You. I'm like, don't. And then I don't know what to say after that sometimes. I'd be like, little boy, go to your room.
Don't ask that question.
I'm going to tell my dad.
Don't ask that question no more. Because I have learned my lesson with Azara. Dead ass says that to me all the time. She knows she's too old for that shit. She's 6 years old. I'll be like, who are you talking to? And she will be like, you. Like this is you dumb? Is there anybody else in this conversation?
Like, but you know, okay,
am I missing something?
Let me quit asking that.
So here's the situation. After you ask that question, they give that to you. The next question to follow up in conscious parenting would be, do you think that that's actually the appropriate way you need to speak to me?
Okay, yes. Good job, Mel. Good answer. Good answer.
Because that's how I feel like in those moments, that's the moments where your black mama want to come out.
Yeah.
Like you be like, what? I'll slap you into yesterday.
I didn't even say nothing. I laughed.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Because you literally, because then you have to remember, kids are so literal, right?
Right,
like,
what a dumb question.
Kids are so literal. Kids are like, you, like, is there any, like, obviously it's you and me having this conversation. Right. And then you really just like, what kind of question is that?
Right, it's really a dumb question.
Question. So the question after that has to be like, do you really feel like it's cool for you to talk to me like that? I don't think it's cool.
I don't ask that anymore. Instead, I'm like, don't speak to me that way.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
that's what I say. I don't even ask them questions that I don't want the answers to. Girl, you know it don't work, but I just keep saying it.
Well, remember, I only have one child that can communicate back to me with words, and so that works for him. Now the younger one, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be like, girl, we don't talk to me like that.
Listen, Melanie, Tata acts the exact same way. I just want you to know that every time you say something about Kaya, I'm like, Tata does the same thing. It's just that I got so many kids, I don't even be worried about her right now. Yeah. That's like the least of my, you only got 2. So it's like, very obvious in your home. It's a lot of personalities where I'm like, little sis, like, go on somewhere with that. Like she don't listen. She just does what she wants. Just be messing shit up, pulling stuff off. I be folding the clothes. She just takes them, throws them on the ground. I tell her no. She looks at me, does it anyway. Yeah. I'm like, that's not my problem.
It's the blatant defiance.
That is my children.
That she didn't want her, so he can deal with that. That's how I look at it.
And then they wear me out, and then they start crying, and they come to me like, I need a hug.
Girl, that's the part that really be running me dry. The conscious parenting of comforting your kids when they are acting a fool.
Right. When they are unconsciously childrening.
Yeah. I don't want to hug you right now while you acting like that. And you be hugging them, and I'll be making faces too late.
No, and my kids are demanding. They want a stand-up hug. They don't want a sit-down hug. So I'm tired. I'm like, all right, come here. They're like, stand up hug.
You should be like, if you want to hug, then you won't have to sit down.
I say it.
Well, then walk
and then
away,
they
girl.
just stand there screaming at me, pulling. Ooh, that's a day.
Nanny 911.
That's a story for another day.
When my kids start tripping like that, like let's say that it's like I'm pissed off, right? And my blood is boiling. And I'm like, okay, you guys go to the other room. And then Zen is the one that's like, but I just want to hug. I tell him like, I need a second. I don't want to hug right now.
Yeah.
You really hurt my feelings and I feel disrespected and I need you to go over there.
Yeah.
And then it'll take time. And then I'm like, all right, 15 minutes, we're gonna get this boy a hug. Right. So then I'll run it back. But I'm like, no, not right away. Little, watch out, boy. Child, that one.
That is
girl,
funny.
it's the same. I feel like we all need like a parent to parent us while we're parenting. It's I'm drained.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, I have a teenager.
Child,
y'all.
today drained me.
Girl.
Every day.
Every day.
That means
Said every day.
Every single day.
Every day, all the time.
all the time.
Y'all okay? Y'all okay over there?
No.
But
it's all the ranges. I have every range in my house. Teenager, toddler, baby.
Yeah, it's true. Like, you know what? But you know what's funny is that, like, for example, like my mom, like, for example, my mom, there's this Guyanese saying, it's called monkey know what limb to jump on. Monkey knows what limb to jump on, which is like children will jump, like monkeys will jump on the tree branch they know they can land on and they can be safe on. They won't jump on the one that they can break or whatever, vice versa, right? So my mom always says that monkey know what limb to jump on. And my mom always says the mom is the I pass. Like children just like literally take their mothers for granted.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is, they just, whatever.
They're comfortable there.
Right? They're comfortable. So when we were in Toronto visiting my mom, like Kaya has no respect for no. Like, if you tell her don't do that, she's going to do it. If you see her thinking about it and utter the words, then she's like, oh, now I'm definitely going to do it. And it's conscious. Like, I'm telling you, I know Fee, it's like, don't talk about my little baby, but I'm telling you, that is an old woman.
Is conscious.
She's an old woman in that body. So when we were in Toronto, my mom, lives grown woman. She doesn't have young children around. All her grandchildren are old until Kaya came around.
She got nice shit out.
She got nice shit out. Exactly.
She got candles and shit low.
It was Christmas. She had like ceramic Christmas decorations.
She got china and stuff around.
And so Kaya's crawling around, walking around the house, and my mom is like, I'm like, oh, Mom, she's about to go over there to that. And she looked at Kaya and she was like, start doing the look. And then, I was like, she's gonna touch it, Mom. And Kaya would she tried it and she went a couple of times, but then after, my mom was just like, I don't know what language in the utter that she does, but it made her stop.
Really?
Yes. And I'm just sitting here being like, and my mom sent me this, I'll send it to you guys. My mom sent me this thing on Instagram the other day about how Black mamas can do that, and babies and kids understand what it means, all the different what it means.
That's funny.
But it does not work with me. No. But she respects it from my mom.
Mm-hmm. From other people.
She respects it from my mom. And I'm just like, why? My turns to Stop it! Girl, don't kill me. I'm so challenged by her ability to do what I ask her so nicely not to do. Yeah. But my mom, she just is like,
see, that used to work on Amira. I could just be like, I didn't even have to really say nothing.
I don't have to do nothing. I tell Cameron once.
I didn't even have to baby-proof my house with Amira.
No, same.
That's how it was with Peace.
I never had to baby-proof my house with Cameron.
Parenthood is great.
This is what Tata does. Go. I'm like, hot. Stick her hand. She keeps sticking her hand. Let's go. I'm like, hot. No, hot. No, ho. I'm like, burn your hand. Yeah. Fuck it. I don't care no more. She don't listen. And I need me a little baby that's going to listen.
Telling you. Girl, we just need to let's drop Atalia and Kaya off at Felicia's house. And then, because Felicia's cutting her eyes at us y'all gonna stop talking bad about my babies.
No, I'm looking at y'all because I'm like, I feel y'all, because that's how Zen's ass is.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I'm sending him right to his daddy's house on other days.
I think there's something to be said about these children that come, because, Ashley's on 4, but I feel like even though you have 3, they're really 2. They're your seconds that came after your first. Yeah. The second. There's something about these second children.
Second one is crazy.
AZ just talked.
Oh yeah, and AZ.
She just talked. No, but she is obedient in a way. AZ is just like me. She's not going to do nothing wrong. She's not going to be disrespectful in a way. It's like action. She's just going to share her opinion.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. My mom would tell me do the dishes. I'm going to wash these dishes, but I washed them. But I complained the whole time.
Oh yeah, I'm going to talk my shit for
My sister was the complete opposite. She never said nothing. She just did whatever she wanted behind my mom's back. She'd be like, okay. And as soon as my mom walked away, she'd go sit down and watch TV. I would anything my mom told me to do immediately. That's AZ. She's following all the rules. She's a rule follower. She's a tattleteller. She's the feds. She telling
whenever
everybody.
You call AZ's the feds, I die.
My niece, did I tell y'all my niece called her a Karen?
Ooh.
She is a Karen.
She is a Karen.
AZ's a Karen, y'all. I'm trying to help her. She is a tattleteller to the death. Mom, didn't you say, she get on Amir's nerves. Mom, didn't you tell Amir that she's not supposed to be on her phone in the back seat of the car? Amir, so the other day I actually had to sit her down. I said, Azara, those are your sisters. Right. You got to have their back.
Girl.
I said, if they're not doing something to hurt you or hurt themselves, don't tell on your sister.
Right.
Just let her do whatever she want to do. It's not that you ain't got to tell on her, okay? Don't you want to be friends?
Right.
I mean, tell her. Also, I just don't want to hear my name called that many times. Everything somebody does.
Right.
Mom, she's picking up the pencil. Mom, she's doing that.
Like, Jesus.
But she ain't gonna never do nothing bad. That's what I do know about her. But she gonna tell you how she feel. That I can deal with.
Yeah,
it's really for real. The talking don't bother me. It's the action. It's the you not listening to me. It's the Amiras and the Asias of the world who don't say nothing and then turn around and do something behind your back. Those are the kids you gotta watch.
Tata's the one that's gonna
I'm not talking about Tata's not in the equation. That is Chia's job to raise her. None of my business. I'm done.
None of my business.
I'm done. He can let me know how that work out.
Oh my gosh. It is wild.
I definitely have to see this show.
I gotta watch this show. Because
Because
I would like to see which parent I identify with. I'm gonna come back and tell you guys.
Yes, you too, Cody. I want to see.
Okay.
I feel like you're a little bit of a negotiator.
Guys, maybe we need to have a TV watching night.
Okay.
Who's gonna watch these kids?
I don't know, but I'm coming to your house.
Okay.
You have that large
You guys can come to my house in a couple months.
In a couple months. And then
mine
a couple months after that.
It should be done in a couple months. Oh, Chia, listen, y'all.
No, y'all didn't play no games.
You know
y'all
my
like,
husband.
We got the house and we got to renovate, and all like the next day he was in there ripping up carpet. I was like, dang.
Oh, because we have to start paying our mortgage by March. So we trying to be out of our apartment.
Yeah.
So they're
thinking about that.
They're doing demo right now, and
sense.
they're starting the what did I tell you it's called?
Foundation and framing
today too. While they're doing demo. So all the stuff that's already been demoed. Yeah, y'all, I got a house in the house. So I paid the mortgage when I'm home. Okay. So I paid a lot of people's bills. So it's fine.
Oh, Lord.
I don't need to pay anymore. I'm good, love, enjoy. Okay, well, this was really great, guys.
This was
Love
delightful.
you all
Movie watching night.
Yes. Watch it. Tell me how you feel. And then also, our listeners, let us know what your parenting style is.
Yes. Write us at podcasts
At blacklove.com.
with an S at blacklove.com.
Yeah, share your parenting style. Let us know what works for you or what doesn't. If you've changed your parenting style.
What you grew up, what you feel you were parented by.
Yes.
And you can DM us too. We read those.
Yeah.
The Mama's Den podcast.
That's what it is. The Mama's Good
Bye, y'all.
podcast.
I'm done.
Bye.